John Singleton, live in studio. Hey, John.
What's happening, man?
How are you, sir?
I'm good. Good to be in Atlanta.
Good to see you. Heard you had an epic happenstance last night over at the Gathering Spot, celebrating the 25-year anniversary of Boyz in the Hood.
Yeah, it was good. I came at the invitation of my man Shaka Zulu right here, who's with us right now.
You all right? What's up?
Chillin'.
Hey, pretty lady.
Hi.
You just blending in?
I'm just blending.
We like it. You blending well. You blending
And
well.
who are you, pretty lady?
I am Dion Ferron.
Mm-hmm. Miss Ferron is in the building. Be
Yes,
clear.
I am.
All right,
Blending in. That's right. That's in clear. So, John, you have produced or directed some of the most iconic movies, not just black movies, movies.
I don't like when people say not just black movies.
Well, because
That's right.
only because sometimes I feel like sometimes they say black movies to belittle.
But that's them. When I say black movies, I mean black movies. I make the blackest movies ever. I hold that on my shoulders. My movies are the blackest movies ever. It don't matter if they're another black filmmaker, they don't make better black movies than I do.
Amen.
So I hold that down.
Boyz in the Hood, Rosewood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning. You produced Hustle and Flow. Baby Boy, you were part of Too Fast, Too Furious. Four Brothers. You got an epic IMDb there right there, sir.
I try, man. I try. I'm like, I love doing what I do and everything, and I'm making a transition to television now too, because television is bigger than ever.
Right.
You can do a whole lot more with TV than you could film.
You've got this, they call it a crime drama series entitled Rebel, which is for BET. When does that do?
It's going to come out next spring. We're
Okay.
working on it right now. We just shot the pilot, and we're doing the rest of the episodes. It stars Danielle Monet Truitt, and I call her kind of like the ratchet detective, because it's not like we're not doing it. We're celebrating natural hair. She's a real sister. Nothing against any of the other shows that come on and everything,
Right.
but she's like we playing it in a whole different way. In
Indeed.
this. It's
I
like,
saw the trailer just now. I liked it.
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong.
It looks very entertaining, very entertaining. John Singleton's hanging out with us. Tune in, turn up at watchv103.com. When we come back, we'll talk Boyz in the Hood. We'll talk some things he has to come up. We have all of these things, all of these comments and questions for John. If you have any, tweet them to me at Big Tigger Show, at V103 Atlanta, hashtag John Singleton.
But don't ask me to be in the movie, and don't say you got a script.
Anything but
Anything
that,
but that,
questions.
please.
Hit me. Hit us up at V103 Atlanta, at Big Tigger Show. John Singleton live in studio. Watch V103.com. You can watch and listen live. Big Tig, big things on the People Station, V103, home of the Ryan Kim Morning Show. Wanda Smith joined in studio, and I want you to join me as well. Watch V103.com. Shaka Zulu, Miss Dion Ferron. John Singleton in the building. He's in town. Had a nice conversation about the 25th anniversary of Boyz in the Hood last night over at the Gathering Spot. Shout out to them folks over there. When you first were, out here as a child of the East Coast myself, that kind of gave us if we'd never been to LA, it gave us our first glimpse of the hood in LA, so to speak. And as you were filming that historic film, did you know it would have the impact that it's had over the last quarter century?
No, not at all. I knew it was going to do well because it was the first movie that was visualizing what was happening in West Coast hip hop. So I knew it would kind of like do well with a certain audience,
Right.
And that's what I was concerned with. I said, if only we go see this movie, then it's cool.
Right.
I didn't know it would just propagate in a different way and go off in the world, and everybody would be affected by it.
Yeah, it was definitely an epic first glimpse into hood life out there on the West Coast for us East Coast folks. That being said, what happened with the Tupac biopic? Everybody, you was in, you was out. Now, what happened?
What happened was they didn't really want to make a real Tupac movie, so
Preach.
I told them.
Speak on it.
I told them, in all uncertain terms, where they could,
what
they could do
What
with
makes
that.
it a real Tupac movie?
Tabernacle.
well, with people that truly respect and love Tupac. And the movie that they made now, people don't really love and respect Tupac. They just wanted to make a rap movie. And that's why they're going through the problems that they're going through right now, because they ended up not trusting John Singleton.
Amen. John Singleton is in the
Judge.
studio.
Tabernacle.
Watch V103.com. You work with an impressive list of actors and musicians from Michael Jackson to Samuel L. Jackson. Who was your most favorite person to work with, and who was your most challenging person to work with?
That's hard, man, because I love everybody I work with. I guess my most favorite person to work, my favorite actress to work with is Taraji P. Henson, because she's like, she's like my little sister, and she's studied musical theater and everything, and she can do everything great with a script, but she can also, like, we can just pop it up and improv and make up some stuff at the same time.
Okay.
That's why she's doing so well in Empire, because she just like, she makes that thing work.
Right.
And one of my other favorite people to work with, and one of the most difficult people, is my little brother Tyrese.
I knew that was coming.
He's my favorite and difficult, because sometimes we too close. So it's like, it's a professional relationship, but it's personal. And I'm like, I be cursing at him and stuff. Like, and then people look at us crazy, like, are they fighting? It's like, no, that's just how we are. Like, get it right. You know what I mean? Remember your lines.
And y'all are Tyrese, we better get your lines right. And y'all are, the rumor is that y'all planning to link up again for Luke Cage.
No, Luke Cage is a TV series.
It's a TV series, okay.
Yeah, it's a TV series now. So that was a while ago. We were gonna do it a while ago, but now it's a TV series on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all not involved anymore?
No. It's gonna be a show now. It's not gonna be a movie. It's a great show too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've sown some amazing seeds from all the things you've done. How proud are you of Ice Cube's success and matriculation?
Oh, I'm real proud, because we started in the business at the same time, and me as a director and him as an actor, and we've always been so tight that he's like, and he'll tell you himself, he's like my most successful pupil, because when we were working on the film, he was like, I want to write scripts, and I was like, go ahead, do it. You know what I mean? Like, and so he kept. After Boyz n the Hood and doing Boyz, and after that movie, he would write 1, 2, 3 scripts, and every script he would give me, I was just like, that's all right. That's all. And I kind of, tooked on each script that he gave me. One script that he did not give me, right, turned out to be Friday, because I shut him down on 3 other scripts, and then he comes up my house and shows the movie. I was like, why didn't you tell me about this? We could have put the money together and done it ourselves.
We could have made it do it.
We could have made it do it ourselves. The one script. But no, that's my brother, man, for life. Dude, man, we're from the same place, and like we came into this. Boyz n the Hood started all of our careers, man. So.
One of the coolest mailmen to ever walk in and get his little thing up in his own movie. John Singleton is my guest right here. I have the honor and privilege to allow you to join me at watchv103.com. Dion Fearon, Shaka Zulu, John Singleton, all in the building.
Yep.
A lot of big bosses up in here. A lot of things happening. John, who haven't you worked with that you would like to work with?
Who?
Yeah, who? You're like, who?
Maybe Denzel Washington.
You have?
We're friends, but we've never done a movie together. So.
Okay. Seems like that should have happened by now.
Can we get a remake of Woo?
He said no.
Shit. Maybe Denzel. And I don't know. There's not that many people, man. I mean, I finally got a chance to work with Method.
Nice.
Method and I've been wanting to work together for 20 some odd years, and he's in Rebel.
Nice.
Yeah, he plays her estranged husband.
A boo thing.
He's strong, man. Method is like one of the last real men from our time. You know what I mean? That's an actor, but started in movies.
Music.
That you know what I mean? I mean, music. That's like he has something that a whole lot of these young people that are doing don't have. You know what I mean? He got life experience. He went through stuff before he got into music.
Right.
So it makes him a better actor.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about what we're gonna do with him.
John Singleton hanging out. What do you think about the current state of black film? You were the youngest ever and first African American ever nominated for Oscar as Best Director for Boyz n the Hood. Lots being made about the Oscars these days and who's nominated and who's not nominated. How do you feel about all that?
I don't really get into all that because, like, when I got nominated, it wasn't like I didn't make that movie for a certain other demographic to be like, oh man, we love what you do. I made it for black people. And I think a lot of black filmmakers are so into, if I make this movie, then everybody will want to see it. I'm always about what do black people think first, and that's no brand new stuff with me. Anybody that can go back 20 years and see that's how I'm consistent with it.
Right.
So I feel if you're really specific about who you are as an artist, and you try to appeal to what you want to do, and sometimes black people are not going to agree with what I do. So I do what, but it has to be essentially very Afrocentric and very, very endemic of who we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then if it propagates, it does what it has to do. And I think a lot of people who are coming up, they try too hard to be liked by everybody. I'm not trying to be liked by everybody. Not everybody's going to like what I do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I have to stand up to what I do. So I say to people who happen to be black, if you're gonna make black films, make the best black film possible. You know what I mean? Because Jewish people and Italian filmmakers and Asian filmmakers, they do the best in their cultures. You know what I'm saying? So why can't we make show what's special about being black within our work, just like the music artists do? James Brown didn't think about who the other folks danced to his music. He thought about what people in the South and people in Harlem and thinking of Chicago, how they were gonna boogie to his stuff.
Right.
So that's how I am.
John Singleton hanging out. That being said, Ava DuVernay is smashing some very high glass ceilings these days as an African American and female African American director. Do we think this was about due, or is it at the right time, the right person at the right time?
Yeah, of course. Of course, she deservedly. You know what I mean? Like, she made some really great independent films first. Middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, and then she ended up doing Selma, and she's off and running. She's doing a $100 million movie right now. So.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Well, sir, we are eternally grateful for all of that you've brought to our eyes and ears, and culturally and spiritually over the years. Last question for you is, having done such impactful movies, Boyz n the Hood spoke to one reality, Rosewood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning in particular. We're currently in this cycle of Black Lives Matter. Have we made any advances? Some of your movies are 10, 15 years old, and we're still kind of dealing with some of the same. I think of that officer in Boyz n the Hood all the time, every time something happens.
Yeah, I think we have made advances, but the system has changed and evolved, and it's still stepping on the foot of black people's necks. And so it's up to us to try to change the system, whatever way possible. And what I hope happens with Black Lives Matter is I hope it's not just a fad for some people. We got to still keep, kicking up dust continuously. We were talking earlier today, like there's a whole generation, 2 generations before us that are trying to affect change, and they got to a certain level of change, and then they were defeated in some ways. They were defeated by the government. They were defeated by the flooding of our communities with drugs, the flooding of our communities with misinformation to divide them against each other and stuff, right? So, and that could possibly, that's happening right now with the Black Lives Matter thing. They're trying to do the same things more, and people need to be aware of that. They need to be aware that, no matter what, we have to have solidarity as black people. So I don't want to get on my stump, but it needs to be a consistency. That needs to be part of our culture, part of our innate culture, to stick together. You know what I mean? To stick together as people. That's all we need to do.
Amen. John Singleton, you heard it from him. Shout out to Miss Diafira. How you doing? All right. Shaka Zulu, always a pleasure, my brother.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Heard you did
Shaka,
your
you didn't
thing.
say nothing.
Shaka just here. He's just here for the
I like to learn, and I like to hang around cool people.
And teach.
Yeah.
and teach.
Plus, I did radio, so I don't want to take his job.
Well, thank you. Man, I need some days off. You can fill in.
Reggie, need that check. I heard you got a nice check.
Let me hold the plane.
Yeah.
John Singleton, Dion Fair, and Shaka Zulu, thank you for coming. I hope to see you here in Atlanta more frequently, hopefully making more movies.
We're working on that.
We're working on it?
Yeah, man. That's part of the plan, man.
Good luck with that.
We need everybody in Atlanta to roll the carpet out. We're going to roll the carpet out. We need great scripts, ideas. We need people to come, and we got some meetings set up that's going to make John want to come down here a little bit more.
So much talent. This is the Black Mecca.
Amen. Let's make it
Atlanta's the
happen.
Black Mecca, so we gotta really, I gotta get down here like I used to back in the day.
Cultivate.
and not just party.
Yeah.
There's no more Jack the Rapper.
Oh,
There's no more. There's no more Freaknik. Yeah, take it all the way back. No
that's
more
a movie all by itself.
Freaknik.
Freaknik is It's like so.
Shaka should be the EP of that. I'm just gonna say. Let me get y'all through these ATL streets. Thank you for all of you for your time and your input and your blessings. I appreciate you stopping by to holler at all of us in Atlanta.